Inside this bag is quite possibly the nicest piece of technology that Apple and the boys have ever cooked up, the iPhone 16e. It is quite simply perfect. Imagine a single camera, the screen from an iPhone 14, the lack of MagSafe from the iPhone 12, and did I mention $600, a budget device by all accounts.
Austin, buddy, $600?
Yeah, it's a great phone.
For just the phone without even MagSafe?
Yeah.
I could build you an entire ecosystem for half that.
Like a video that you posted on the Luke Miani channel a couple months ago that I'm going to shamelessly rip off today?
Yeah, that's pretty much exactly right.
All right, let's do it. When you did that $300 challenge, it really got me thinking, can I build an entire good Apple ecosystem setup for $600? So we're talking iPhone, MacBook, Apple Watch, iPad. The whole works for
All
$600
four.
bucks. All four.
That's a tall order.
I don't think it is, because I already bought them and they're right beside me.
And you hand-selected these and bought them with care and didn't, for example, get into bidding wars or anything on them?
No, I would never get in a bidding war. All these are usable in 2025, I think.
I'm skeptical. We're starting with the iPhone,
We're gonna start with the iPhone based on the
Okay.
small size of this box. Yes. So I had to carefully allocate my $600, but I'll let you in a little secret. I didn't actually spend the whole $600 bucks because there may be a few dollars I might need to make some upgrades or repairs or better decisions.
You bought broken stuff?
Not broken, gently used. What kind of iPhone would you purchase for a $600 total setup?
I would want OLED. I would want something that isn't the last supported iPhone.
Anyone who would do that would be a complete moron.
Which I have a feeling may be what you have done.
I got an iPhone 6.
You did?
No, of course not. No, I'm not that dumb.
I mean, everyone in this room believe you.
Oh, you bought a 10R.
Yeah, it did, baby. Actually, in relatively good shape, honestly. It's actually
I'm
not
surprised.
too scuffed. Yeah, this is not bad.
What's funny is it barely looks any different from the 16e.
Wait, where's the 16e go? You're right. It's the same phone. I'll tell you, this one was quite a bit cheaper than this one. The main question I have with this one is the eBay listing did not tell me the battery percentage. And at the phone that's 7 years old, I'm slightly afraid I may have to do a battery swap. How much do you think an iPhone 10R, mint condition with some number of stores, is probably not important, would actually run?
If you paid more than $120, I'm gonna be pissed.
Before we reveal that, let me make sure the battery works and see how many gigabytes I have left. And it's a 128 gig phone. I knew that. This is, as of recording this video, the oldest still supported iPhone. All right, battery health service.
Uh-oh, never mind.
Oh, that's not what we're
That's
gonna
not a good sign.
I think I could buy a third-party battery off of AliExpress for like $7 and I'll be fine.
That's a great idea and won't catch fire at all. How much you pay?
Alex, how much did I pay? I forgot.
It was $140.
What?
Not including.
140?
No, it wasn't.
Oh no, he's looking up the receipts now.
No, wait. Oh yeah,
emails.
no, he's right. It was 140. I said 120. It's a battery that just needs a little bit of coaxing and encouragement, and an
Out of the
AliExpress
phone, yeah.
Yeah, encourage it to leave.
Okay, let's do an easier one. Okay, this should be my Apple Watch.
Okay. I'll tell you what though, Apple Watches are really cheap these days.
They are.
I paid $65 for a Series 5 and I was honestly blown away.
Wait, how much you paid?
Ooh.
Ew.
You've even got somebody's personalized pet hair. Incredible value.
That one looks. Wait, how much?
Biohazard. Ooh. That's a little tough.
Oh, good lord! Wow.
Looks like it's been through a rock tumbler.
I concur. It is a Series 5,
Okay.
44 millimeter.
Okay.
And I got it. How much you pay for yours?
I paid 65.
Well, I paid 72.
72?
You paid 67.
Oh,
I paid 67.
Whoa.
I knew that.
Woo.
Well done.
Now, if you were going to purchase an iPad, something I couldn't help but notice you didn't do in your video,
That
what
is
kind
true.
of iPad would you buy with the $600 budget? Keeping in mind, we still got a MacBook to go.
I would want maybe an iPad Air.
Don't forget, I left extra budget because I knew that some of my things were ranked up. So,
no.
I maybe went a little lower.
Oh dear.
Out of all the things I bought, this is the one that had absolutely no information about it.
Clearly a Target fan.
You know what? Recycle your bags.
That's 15 cents in value right there.
A 7th gen, okay.
It's even better than 6. It's one number higher. This is a $330 iPad back in like 2020, 2019, something like that. Well, there's one scratch on the screen, so there's a little bit of something there.
What was the chip in that thing? Was it a Is it an A12?
I don't remember. Can you check 7th gen?
A10.
Oh, that was older than I thought. How much
Yeah.
you pay for this?
Not much. How much would you pay for this?
150 tops.
What a great guess. Alex, let him know how wrong he is.
You paid 75
Whoa.
with $25 of shipping.
32 gigs of capacity is not a lot of storage.
Look, you paid 75 bucks. At that point, the fact that it works at all,
I need. Unfortunately, with iPads, you can't easily check the battery, so I'm just gonna assume it works.
there's only 20 gigs available on this. And it's completely blank.
It's getting toasty
How
immediately.
is it already that toasty? It's lukewarm. It's not
Lukewarm?
crazy. I think it's slightly bent.
I would disagree. As long
You
as
bought a bent iPad. This is okay
Thank you.
if you bought an M1 MacBook Air.
I definitely did that.
Uh-oh.
Everyone loves Intel, right? Intel is Wintel. Am I right? In the listing, the specs that they said and the photo and the some of the stuff didn't line up. So there's a small date range of before and after that this could be. So here, I'll
You've
open this
bought
one
an
for you.
unspecified MacBook?
No. I'm pretty sure I know which one it is. It's the 1340, 1819. Inside, my friends, is a
2019.
Oh, there's a keyboard.
What?
Why?
Why?
That means my keyboard's broken. That means
Does
my
this
keyboard's
keyboard
broken.
not
It's probably
work?
broken. Yeah, that's
There's
probably
something
what
else still in the box.
Oh.
Who sneezed on my MacBook?
You're missing the paint's come off.
Yeah, those are
Okay,
letters and
okay,
numbers that
all
are
right.
working.
They just gave you this because they knew that this one sucks, so you just kind of.
Oh,
Look at that.
yeah.
No, I wish that you were joking right now, but I think that's exactly why they did that. But at least
But is it actually a 2019?
I hope so. A MacBook Pro 15.2. I don't know off the top of my head, but I think that's it. 2.4 gigahertz i5, 8 gigs RAM, 250 gig SSD.
Pretty pitiful specs.
Battery is 198 cycle count. Normal.
Okay, all
That's
right.
fine. So here's the
Your
thing.
terrible MacBook will work well.
It's not terrible because it has the touch bar. I will say, can I just say for the record, I actually like the butterfly keyboard.
Why?
I like the touch bar because, Luke, it is a good keyboard. What would you pay for a MacBook of this particularly lovely vintage?
To be honest, you'd probably have to pay me to use this. If you paid $250, I'll give it a pass.
Alex, that's totally what I paid, right?
You actually paid $217.
Okay.
What's up? I'm going to start setting up these devices. I'm gonna actually live with them, and we're gonna see how it goes. But I have budget, so I can make some upgrades, probably swap out a battery. Did I get your seal of approval?
No.
Did you really think you were gonna get it?
So before I fully switch over to all these items, there are a couple of small fixes in order. So first of all is the iPhone XR. So again, 79% battery is not great. I did do a battery rundown test, and looping a YouTube video, it lasted less than 6 hours. So I have ordered a new battery for this, which will be in soon, but the slightly more pressing issue are the smells coming out of this MacBook. As soon as the fan starts spinning, it smells like someone is actively blowing smoke in your face. I was gonna say it's just only when the fan, but actually I smell it now because I just moved it. Febreze is good on internal electronics, right? Motherboards love Febreze, just shh. Don't smoke, kids, it's bad for you. Definitely don't smoke near computers that you're gonna sell to me on eBay. Ow! No, I need to pick, ow. Ow. I've been licking too many things lately, it's freaking nasty.
Yeah, stop it.
There is some dust on the fans, but the problem is that I think that the cigarette smoke is just like embedded itself on the inside. Let me do my best to clean this up. So once it is no longer stinky, oh, look how dirty my fingers are. I licked that. So let's start by replacing the battery on my iPhone XR. Now, there are a couple of things that are a little bit concerning to me. First of all, I tried to Geekbench all of my devices just to get like a baseline, and Geekbench consistently crashes on the XR. The thing that's a little more concerning is if you look on the bottom, I have realized that there are 2 screws missing. Thankfully, iFixit has a lovely 40-step tutorial on how to do this. So this battery, it's from Xirmasurf, and I purchased this for the low price of $22. I'm gonna make this problematic now because I'm probably gonna break it due to too much heat. Hello there. I can confirm that that's an original Apple battery. I feel like I could inhale that accidentally. Screen has been fully detached. This is at least new enough that it has the stretch adhesive. So some Apple products, looking at you 12-inch MacBook, used 3 pounds of glue to hold it in. Theoretically, there are 4 tabs that I can pull, and as I pull it, it will pull the adhesive loose and the battery will just come out. Do not let this little tiny bit go in under any circumstances. That broke. Okay, we're gonna speed this up a little bit. The battery's looking a little bulgy. I think it's mostly because of the pressure put on it, not because it's about to explode in my face. Everyone look away. I'm doing a bad thing that I'm not supposed to do. I'm slightly deforming the battery to get better hold on the adhesive.
Oh, God.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
I need to work the top. The problem is the top, I'm so close to Face ID, I don't want to mess that up.
Woo! Woo! Yeah.
It's mostly in its correct form.
I'll take it.
All right, my friends, the iPhone is ready to go. So if you hop into the settings, you'll see that it does give you the warning that the battery may not be genuine, because it's not. Importantly, it does actually show us with 100% capacity. And I ran the exact same battery rundown test of watching a multiple-hour stream of Lo-Fi Girl. With the new battery, I got 8 hours and 21 minutes, which is almost 2.5 hours or like 40-something% more. For the other devices, everything else is pretty much set up. So the iPad is fully up to date on the most recent version of the iPad OS. Same thing, this is on the latest version of macOS Sequoia. And because I had an extra little bit of money, I did actually purchase myself a case for the iPad. So I spent $11 on eBay to buy, why is this clear? Oh, it's black because it's black on the front. Oh God, that does not feel great. Oh God, gross. That's $11 questionably spent. The challenge begins now. All right, so I am 2 days in, and I gotta start with the setup process. The iPhone did not go smoothly. So I tried to transfer from a different iPhone, just for it to tell me that there was not enough space on this iPhone, that I had to delete the phone, reset, and try again. So I did that, wiped a bunch of stuff off my old phone, transferred a second time, at which point it just gave me a generic error. So I had to spend another 20 minutes resetting and setting it back up. And at that point, then I was able to set it up as a fresh phone. The next problem is that my eSIM wouldn't transfer, probably because this is not a 5G enabled phone, so I had to switch over to a regular SIM card. Setup aside, the iPhone XR has actually been a pretty solid phone over the last couple of days. Now I have found one problem with it, so there is a little hotspot in the middle of the display. I did swap the battery, I did take the screen out. There's a chance that maybe I was the one who did that, so we can kind of put that aside for a second. Now, all of that being said, the iPhone XR has actually been holding up pretty well. So I'm actually using it to film right now. I've actually been pretty happy with it. The only thing that's been a little bit annoying is just the fact that the screen doesn't get that bright. So when you're outside, it's actually kind of hard to read. For other devices, things have been really smooth, honestly. This Apple Watch Series 5, the battery's not great, but it'll last through a day. Other things would be the iPad, which has been pretty solid. It is certainly a little slow, but the extent of what I do with that thing is read books, watch videos, a little bit of browsing. The real highlight though has been the MacBook. Again, as with all of these things, there are some trade-offs. So it is a little bit on the slower side. It certainly gets warm, but for everything I want to do on a regular basis, short of video editing, which I am not going to be doing too much on this $200 MacBook, it holds up really well. 2 days in, and so far, I'm not mad. I will say, recording 3 minutes of video on the iPhone, admittedly a hot car, it actually did kind of crash on me. So the camera app is working again, but it actually wouldn't open for a second, and the phone is like scalding hot. So, you know, it's hot out here. I guess that's fine. All right, it is day 4 with the $600 setup. And I have one real overriding thought. While there are compromises for all of these devices, everything is actually really smooth. So take the iPhone XR, which we're using to film this video with right now. It is a totally usable iPhone, still supported on the latest version of iOS. If you want to sit here and grill me on like, hey, what about this, what about that? Yeah, there's definitely problems. Like, oh, like this case I bought for $10 doesn't sit right. I am surprised at how well these devices have held up over 6-7 years. The bottom line, I've been using a setup that cost a fraction the price of my existing smartphone right now, and I'm totally getting by with it. And so, my friends, it is time to bid adieu to my lovely Apple setup and to go over what we have learned. My esteemed colleague Ken is here to Carefully evaluate the claims I'm about to make from the very beginning of the setup. I purchased an $11 stand for the iPad. In addition, I also did spend $22 to replace the battery on this iPhone XR. I was going to purchase some AirPods because I had a little bit of extra money with the budget.
Where did they go?
Let's just say I did not get what I had ordered, so we're just gonna pretend that I got a refund, so it's fine. This entire setup, $532 for literally everything here. So, Apple Watch Series 5. The battery health on this one is like 81%. I charge this thing twice a day.
Twice?
Yes. But other than that, why are you buying new $500 Apple Watches? Who cares? Or $700 Apple Watches, who cares?
Okay, let's move on.
Cool.
Let's talk about the iPad.
What do you do on an iPad?
Watch YouTube,
Yep.
Netflix.
Yep. This iPad does everything you need to do with an iPad.
Okay. What's the performance like?
For what?
Can you play games?
Bloom's Tower Defense runs great on it. The downside is mostly the fact that the speakers are only on one side. I only paid $75 for this iPad. So again, the value is strong.
Can't you get an Amazon Fire tablet for around the same price?
Yes. Yes, you can. It's a little slow, okay?
Bro, this is the weather app. I can walk outside and check the weather faster than this thing is loading.
Here's the thing. It's a base iPad. It does what it's supposed to do, which is basic iPad stuff. Next up, probably the most entertaining and interesting item was the iPhone XR.
Oh, there's a hotspot on the screen.
Okay, yeah, I know we were gonna talk about that.
Bro, it's like, it's choppy every time you want to close an app.
It is a little choppy. Okay, let me give you some more good stuff. Battery life, excellent. Camera's good, totally acceptable.
That's actually probably one of the things I can believe. And then let's check the photo. It's like you have to like tap it like 3 times for it to
A little
work.
slow, okay, it's fine.
Why is your icon a pepper?
No, someone has set up.
Okay, tell me about this laptop. Why would I want this?
This is a 2019 MacBook Pro 13-inch. The upgraded model. It also has the beautiful touch bar. You want to touch my bar? Just touch it.
It doesn't have Nyan Cat on it.
If it's so great, then why do they not have them in MacBooks anymore?
Because Apple are cowards.
I don't think any argument that you could give me about this laptop will convince me that it's worth.
$217.
I would still spend more money and get an M1.
This is $30 more than an HP Stream.
Yeah. Bro, an M1 MacBook Air.
It's $700.
I would make the argument an extra $140 to get infinitely better hardware is worthy of a judgment call.
So let's talk about this for a second then.
Yeah.
If I was gonna redo this setup,
Yes.
Apple Watch, absolutely the right move. iPad, also strong contender.
I'll throw the iPhone XR away.
Spending a little bit more money on the iPhone would have gotten me a significantly better experience. And yes, if you have another $100, you could get an M1 MacBook Air, which I will freely admit is a far superior device than this.
You have to really want Apple products to get all of these
Also
things.
agree. Let me know what you would pick for $600 in the comments below. I'm sure you have a lot of great items if you weren't restricted by only Apple products like I was. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, ring-a-ling the ding-a-ling, and if you'll excuse me, I need to find my Pixel. I'm getting itchy.